We're still here with Moms Demand Action Representative Lindsey Sugarman to talk about how the group is fighting for common sense gun reform that will help keep kids safe when attending school. Touched on it a little bit earlier, but during this 2018 legislative session, your organization was in Frankfort advocating and wanted to talk to the different elected officials. So talk to us kind of about that process of rallying everyone together, but also trying to talk with your elected officials about this issue.
Well, we feel like that elected officials listen to their constituents, and so if there is a bill going on or an action that's happening, we come and talk with them. We have a network of people, and even people who can't come to Frankfort will call or email, and we want our voices to be heard because we really feel like we speak for the majority of Americans. We think we speak for the majority of Kentuckians.
And how did you get involved with this organization?
Well, I am not a survivor. I have not had a personal experience, but I have watched on the sidelines for years, and it's just something that moved me. And I guess it's about a year and a half ago I got involved, and the Lexington chapter was very new at that point. But it's growing, and I feel like I found my tribe. I mean, these are people that share my values, and we want to make a difference. And it's something that I think will make a difference. I can feel it changing. That's the exciting thing.
Now, there are several school systems throughout the state that are stepping up safety measures in regards to the gun violence issues that are going on out there. And in Fayette County, the school board just recently approved to have metal detectors in the school systems across the city. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's sad that we have to have them, but I think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to arm teachers. There's been, everything that MOMS does is based on research, and a trained police officer is only accurate 18% of the time during an active shooting situation. And to think that you're going to be able to give a gun to the English teacher and that person's going to be even close to that accurate, it's not based on research. I think some people are well-meaning. They think they want to do something, but we're trying to educate people on what will make a difference. Now, I think that the metal detectors are a step in the right direction, but I think adding guns to the schools, I don't think is the right move.
And has it been tough to actually see the numbers when you've been doing your research to kind of learn information about this issue? Is it tough to see the numbers add up?
96 Americans die from gun violence every single day, 96. And the other statistic that I think is just kind of amazing is that Americans are 25 times more likely to die from gun violence than in the average of all the other developed countries. This is a very American issue, and that's why we're thinking if we can change the culture. You know, we can support the Second Amendment. We can support gun rights for responsible people, but make it harder for dangerous people to get their hands on guns.
Now, where can more people find out more information about the Kentucky chapter or the Lexington one here?
Well, momsdemandaction.org is a great place. You can go online, and you can find out more about our goals. You know, I guess I should elaborate a little bit more. I've been talking a lot about background checks, but in addition to the background checks, a very big part of our program is called Be Smart, and it's about gun safety. And we want to promote gun safety and keep guns out of the hands of children, because if children too often find an unsecured gun and they hurt themselves or others. So the safety aspect is really important. We also want to support reasonable limitations on where, when, and how guns can be carried in public. And the fourth piece is that we want to create enforceable laws about gun trafficking. So those are, you'll find out a lot more about that if you go to the website. But in a nutshell, those are the things that we're really working towards.
Well, Lindsey, we really appreciate you making time to join us and talk about the school safety issue, but gun violence that's happening, and we appreciate your feedback today.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks to Moms Demand Action Representative Lindsey Sugarman for discussing her organization's school safety concerns with us. She stressed that the group is not anti-gun, but wants common sense gun reform enacted by legislators in order to prevent tragic events from happening like the shootings at Marshall County and Stoneman Douglas High Schools. I caught up with Congressman Andy Barr recently at an event here in Lexington, and he shared his thoughts on school safety and what he and others in Washington are doing to address the issue on the federal level.
We need to empower local school districts, local parents, local parent-teachers associations to make voluntary decisions to access funding to support armed, well-trained security guards in schools and make decisions on securing schools and doing a better job securing schools. You know, as the father of two school children, that's what I think about every day. And, you know, this is personal to many members of Congress. My good friend and colleague Steve Scalise was the victim of a gunman on a baseball field, and if it wasn't for the brave response and the quick response of the Capitol Hill Police, it would have been a catastrophe on that baseball field. So a well-trained armed security guard can make all the difference in preventing these tragedies from being even worse.
There were over 800 rallies worldwide for the March for Our Lives event, a student-led demonstration that supports tighter gun control. We visit one of the local rallies held in our state, coming up next on In Focus Kentucky.